Good evening, everybody. This is Nicole Sauce from Living Free in Tennessee, and I am live on multiple channels. So some of you are used to seeing John Willis go live on the Special Operations Equipment channel, and you're probably expecting to see him right here. You will not see him till 9. He goes live at 9 o'clock every night where he will talk about anything you want. But what we have done over the years, and I just know that his channel's grown a lot in the last 6 months or so. What we do every Thursday leading up to the Self-Reliance Festival is have a Self-Reliance Festival live stream. So tonight we're just talking about the festival and what's going on. I've got Letty here from Wisconsin, right?
Yep.
She's going to tell me she's from Michigan. I'm going to feel stupid. You should have just totally played with that. So Letty is one of our behind the scenes people from Self-Reliance Festival. She's who makes sure all of the spreadsheets are in order. And she doesn't know I'm going to invite her to be the MC for the digital passes yet, but I'm totally going to do that. So maybe clear that weekend if you can.
Okay.
And then she's the one who came up with the bingo game at the last one.
It's fun. It gives us something else to do besides just sit there and watch everybody talk.
Well, we so here's what I talked to Louise about, who has been the MC. As I was like, it'd be really cool that because she's a good MC live as well. Hey, Carrie, welcome. Good to see you. We're gonna see you in April for sure. I saw your application come in to be a vendor. She's gonna sell her stuff.
I know I sent her the email the other day.
I'm super stoked about it. Yeah, so basically Louise is a live MC and she can help be the liaison between you and making sure we get questions into the audience from the live stream. But I thought it would be nice to have somebody dedicated to like answering the chats and kind of keeping that going, which you do naturally anyway. So
I can do it.
You can do it. It'll be perfect. And then maybe we'll get Letty live at Self-Reliance Festival in October. We'll see.
I'm fingers crossed that we make it down there.
Radio Made Easy. You want to hop on? I'll send you a link, dude. Radio Made Easy is in the house. Anyway, good news. I have been keeping this under wraps, but we have if you go to the website, we have our speaker lineup is filling out, and we have a lot more speakers booked than are on the website. But today I got to roll out for sure. Angry American's coming.
I am so excited. So excited. I hope that I'm not going to be there.
Every time I say he's coming, people tell me which book they're on in the series. They're like, I'm on book 8. I'm on book 11. I'm like, I'm on book 3.
You'll get there. You'll get there. You've got plenty of time. No, you don't. Just get it done.
Oh, Willis is in the house. Maybe we should bring him on. But yeah, so I knew that Angry American had said he would speak, but we hadn't really gotten everything lined out. And so I wanted to make sure before I announced it that it wasn't like, oh, actually, I'm really booked that weekend or whatever. So spoke with him this week, and he's going to be talking about preparedness, like realistic preparedness. I'm calling it common sense preparedness right now. He will give me a different title as we get closer, I'm sure. And then the way that we're working the VIP passes this time is that like somebody speaks, they like take questions because there's always people who have questions after the sessions. And then they go into the green room where the people with VIP passes also have access to sit for about 20 more minutes and answer questions and talk. So we're doing that with all the speakers for Self-Reliance Festival this time. And I think that's going to be a really fun way. So if you want to get a little more one-on-one time with our speakers, definitely pick up that VIP pass. I see AJ's here. AJ is also coming to Self-Reliance Festival. So we will see him there as well. Guys, if you have questions about the festival, let me know. We were lucky enough to book an herbalist to come talk about plant medicine. And Friday before, she has said she could do a 2-hour workshop class. So we'll probably have that from 4 to 6 p.m. on Friday. And so if you've been wondering, like, how do I build in herbal remedies, take control of my health and prevention, that's definitely something you'll want to sign up for. And I do understand that that Amanda Willis has declared herself a witch and is now making potions in the kitchen there at Special Operations Equipment. Anyway, Ridge Runner, thanks for the super chat, wherever that went. Yep, an herbalist right up your alley. But this is really cool too, guys. I have had a lady named Tatiana, who's also an herbalist, give some presentations out in my part of the state. We will totally get her to a Self-Reliance Festival at some point. And she was booked to work that weekend, so she's unable to come to SRF, but she put me in contact with a natural veterinarian. So somebody who uses natural methods with animal care. And we have her coming in to talk about two things. She's sort of melding the nutritional side, like how to feed your animals, with how to care for your animals when they're sick or how to keep them from getting sick, from a natural approach to veterinary medicine. And that's really cool, because at our last Self-Reliance Festival, what we heard was a lot of people a little freaked out about, like, what if the medical system, what if I can't count on it? Like, what do I do? And the answer is the less often you need it, the less often you need it, you don't have to know what to do, right? But if you do get sick, what are other ways that we can get over illness? Like, how can we prevent ourselves from getting sick by getting healthy? And how can we take care of ourselves better if something's out of balance? So, like, right now, because of the last, I don't know, I got a little out of balance today and I was feeling that scratchy throat. And the first thing I did was make a tea with the chocolate mint that I grow on property and some wild rose petals that I had harvested. This is just like, I was just feeling a little scratchy and a little bit of echinacea in there. And these are all things that you can grow. And I'm not sick yet. So I don't know. I don't know if it works or if just the tea works, but I actually do believe that the plants help me. This is 100% what I believe. And it comes from my, just doing it over the years, going on walks in the woods and learning about new plants and getting, the mullein or the stinging nettle or any of those things. So I was really excited because after the last SRF, I wanted to make sure we had more of a some more health sessions, not just homesteading and prepping, but also taking care of your physical self. So I was really excited that these guys are willing to come on. So, Letty, did you want to say anything, or did I just grab you on to agree with me? I haven't given you an open talk at all.
And I'm like waiting for a moment. In terms of the herbalist stuff, I'm a big fan of marshmallow root. I've been making that into teas, and especially in wintertime, we get lots of coughs, and I have a lot of bronchitis issues over the years. So that has been my go-to lately. But you did your specialty today. My kids are coming down with something, so I pulled out the colloidal silver today. So done several doses of that just to boost the immune system, and I'm not as scratchy as I was. So we'll see how it is tomorrow. But I'm building up my herbal remedies this summer because I didn't grow anything last year, so I'm getting the herb garden out.
I know Dawn Gorham's taking an herbalism class right now, and I thought Amanda Willis was too. I'm not sure about that. That's unconfirmed.
Can we make Amanda into like the witch as I do the promos for SRF?
I don't know about that. Let's check with her first. The potions lady.
Yes.
But no, it's been really fun because I think, like, going into last fall, if you were keeping up on the social networks, you would see pictures of Amanda harvesting different things to make tinctures. And
my favorite was when she had the
headlamp on, because they work so hard. So she's doing it after dark, of course. Yeah. So I thought that was great. We made a goldenrod tincture here, and I made an entire pint jar of it. And based on how much you're supposed to use. I was like, I've just made enough goldenrod tincture to last for like 100 years here, right?
Well, now
And
you
then
bottle it and
Tactical
sell it.
discovered that it makes his back pain go away. And it turns out that that's probably about enough for the year. What I made. He said it works scary well, like so well that he's afraid he'll hurt himself because there's no feedback that the pain is there. Yeah, Carrie says Amanda's pain salve is magical. It seriously works.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, soon when I get down there in October, that's something else I'm going to have to pick up from all the vendors who I have to say, I haven't been there, but doing the back end work and seeing what everybody's selling, there's something I want to buy from everybody that comes to SRF to sell.
Oh, so you're
And
driving down.
yeah, I wouldn't fly down. I would drive down because I don't fly. I like to fly, but I much prefer to drive because I love to see everything. But like I would buy something from everyone because everybody sells awesome stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of the vendors do sell a lot. You get a lot of like a mesh between handmade things that like
Mhm.
salves and
Yeah.
soaps and baked goods and all of these things, and then sort of prepper stuff. Like we have a guy coming down bringing a kit tiny home,
Yeah.
putting it together on Friday. He says he can get it up in 2 hours.
Is that Bunky
As
Life?
his demo. Yeah, it's Bunky Life.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, maybe we should tell the folks who like we might need to do like a special Friday watch the Bunky Life thing for certain special
Yeah.
people." Yeah, because like that will sell it more than anything else, right? First of all, if you've been looking for a tiny home, like I looked at his prices and it's anywhere from I don't know, $8,000 to 20 or more. I think I saw one near 20, but his prices are pretty good. And the quality looks really good. I haven't seen one in person yet. I can't wait to see one in person. Um, so and so I've been talking to him back and forth, but yeah, he's putting together a demo and then he's pulling it down on Sunday and heading out.
Can we
Like
expect a
literally he's coming with a house and putting it together and then taking it apart.
So is a Bunky Life something we can expect to see in the holler anytime soon?
I don't know, maybe. We were actually just talking about redoing a whole building here. So there was because my workshop building, not where I do classes, but we call it the workshop where we store things
Mhm.
and whatever. It's got some problems. It was built in 1971 and it's got some rot
Mhm.
problems and it has some foundation problems as it turns out because Ken Esch was just here looking at it. So I was like, well, we could go 2 stories and then have because we might as well just rebuild it.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. 2 stories and have storage for all the event stuff in dedicated spaces. And I said to Tactical, I'm like, you know what's going to happen is one of those is turning into an apartment. So we might as well just plan
Yeah.
to have water to it and like a little shower area so we can put speakers there when we have people in. And
Exactly.
yeah. But
That'd be
yeah,
really
maybe
cool.
there'll be a Bunky Life Bunky here at some point. I mean, I think they're pretty interesting little like they have some nice designs if you go check it out. Bunkylife.com if anybody's interested. So Homestead Glamour, are you coming? She just said she has to look into Goldenrod. She makes really awesome body butters. So the question is the body butter lady going to be there this
I was
time?
about to say, I think that's the body butter from doing the promos for the last
Yep.
SRF.
Yep. Yeah,
I know all of you people, and it's kind of scary because I've been doing their promos for SRF for the past year and a half. So
she's filling out her form right now. Okay, so vendors, if you would like to come, on that note, let's just do this. Let me
pull
get
up the website.
Yeah, pull up the website. If you're a vendor, click here on vendor at the very top. And so we want to make sure that we have no more than like 2 or 3 vendors
Mhm.
of the same thing so everybody does well. So you go to the vendor page, click right here, become a vendor, and you fill out a fairly special simple form. It's your name, your cell phone number, your email, what size space you want, if it's spring or fall, because we have 2 events this year, and then there's spring and fall, the name of your booth, and what you are selling. And then you hit submit. We don't make you upload your logo or anything until the next step. So then we get those, and we just want to make sure that, like we don't have 5 body butter people or 6 essential oil people.
Yeah.
And so once that's done, then you get an email that says, yep, you're approved to go. Here's your invoice to pay. And then here's a second form to fill out where you upload your logo and things so that we have everything we need to promote you and get you up on the website. So that's a little smoother, because we used to just have it on the tickets page, which is how you get your tickets to Self-Reliance Festival. And then what happened is I had to reach out to people and say, like, I'm so sorry. I already have, in particular, last time we had a lot of radio people come in for vendors, and we already had 2 radio vendors. So we were trying to keep it to 2 radio vendors on that. Yes. So the ticket page, you've got tickets to the, 2 different kinds of tickets. We have VIP passes, which have some extra benefits. The 2-day tickets are early bird special, $85.
When does early bird end, Nicole?
Early bird ends March 1st.
So get your tickets
midnight
now.
On March 1st. So it's like literally you get that first day of March. And we have early processing across the board. We have extra workshops that happen. So Friday before, we have Fight Like a Girl with Sunny Puzikas, sorry. And then we have a Homestead Responder 1 workshop. And we have on Monday after Self-Reliance Festival, the Wild Foods Around You. Now, Evan and I talked about doing a radio class, and I want to talk to him one more time to make sure that's happening, but it's probably happening. So there are 3 options on Friday, plus the 2-hour herbalism class is going to happen too. So Friday's a big day, and it's really awesome. If you come Friday, you can camp Thursday, so you get to camp a little longer and hang out. That Friday is the day where it's easier to talk to me or to John Willis or some of the people who you might be wanting to talk to when there aren't 500 people around. There's usually about 100 people around, and that's a lot easier to get some of those conversations in. So that's
can guys sign up for the Fight Like a Girl too?
Or don't know. Don't know. I've asked. I need to find out from Sunny if guys can take that class, but and then right now, who has signed up have all been looking like women.
And does Chuck do a Homestead Responder 2 workshop? Because he's done the Responder 1 a few times. Is there like a second level? Do we know?
Oh, I'm sure there's a second level. This one is a little different than the last one he did, but we'll see. Chuck is not in the live stream for once. Usually Chuck shows up too, but right. we popped this one on everybody today. So anyway, I haven't talked to you in 1.5 years, but it's worth it to see SRF be a smashing success. So where that comes from is that I used to get an Airbnb and stay in it for SRF, but I was sick every night when I went back to the Airbnb. Like I had like little worry butterflies in my stomach because I am not there. And if something goes wrong, like I'm the person who's supposed to be handling things. So I knew, because like Chuck Peoples was there, all these other great people are there, like things would be handled if things went wrong. And Nighthawk was there. Nighthawk's actually right out my studio door looking at me like, hey. But it always worried me. So now I stay in a camper, but that means I'm not sharing an Airbnb with Homestead Glamour, which, before it'd be like, okay, we go back and then we talk for half an hour and then I fall into bed and go to sleep. So yeah, she's laughing because we haven't had, and then she's always busy at her booth. So anyway,
everybody's busy at their booths, which is good.
Yes. So anyway,
while you had that up, have we talked about the map and how people can find other SRF folks in their area if they go to the map? Have we talked about that?
No, you talk about it. Yeah. Look, there's a map.
So this map is kind of cool, and I just like seeing the number 3 up where I am, up in the Wisconsin, Minnesota area.
Yeah, there you are.
There's me in Northwest Wisconsin, and then
I have to scroll so we can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can put yourself on the map. So
Yeah.
here's Letty Lou looking to learn about, and you don't have to put your actual address. You can put an
Yeah.
intersection or whatever
I just
in
have
your,
my county.
yeah. So that's not literally where she lives. How to process animals and to meet locals. Things I can help you with.
Yeah.
Copy canning, pantry and home organization, simple bookkeeping, and how to contact. So this was put together at the request of participants, and let me see how to get back. I need to get back to refresh here.
Not quite sure.
And people, they just started adding themselves in. Now, of course, we have 52 people in Tennessee.
I wonder why.
But as you can see, there's people all over the country who are on here. I wonder if there's anybody anywhere else in the world. Nobody in Canada has put themselves on, but we could add folks who've come in from other countries. Hawaii didn't add themselves.
No.
But
we got a bunch of people in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico for some reason.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
It works. I don't even know who they are, but
yeah, this looks like, this, I think
probably just online folks.
Yeah, it's online stuff. That's what it is.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're looking for people nearby, because we know you want to find your tribe, this is one way to do it. And if you don't mind random internet strangers contacting you, you can put your information out there too.
We've even got somebody in Portland.
Ooh.
That's a company, though. So the black ones are companies and the blue ones are people. I know that one.
Me personally.
Too. That's what's fun about going around that. Like, I can click on these and know who they are. I know all three of these people. And here's what I know about these people is if you get in contact with them, they know many more like-minded people in the area. So I heard somebody just complaining the other day about, there's nobody like me in Seattle. I'm like, well,
shenanigans.
Can I introduce you to Brian? Brian Norton.
Right.
So
I find people in Illinois. I was like, hey, I can connect you with a bunch. And someone said they were moving to Iowa, and I said, hey, I got like 30 people in Iowa I can hook you up with who are great and will help you out.
There's Hilltop Homestead. Hello, home place. Do you guys have any other blade vendors? Would love to come set up. I do have a blade vendor and presenter in, who I believe will be there, because I was emailing with this week. So there's just one other blade person right now. So we would let one other blade person in as it stands, Ridge Runner, if you want to come in.
Fill out that application now.
Yeah, the application's on the vendor tab. That's definitely the way to go. It is not Patrick.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's busy building a homestead right now, and he's not. I'm sure he's not coming. So, because I talked to him, and he's not coming to this one. So
that's okay. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a fun one. Like I said, as soon as we get the agenda up, I am blocking the time, and I will lock myself in the room so I can see Angry American's presentation, because I am so excited for it.
Yeah, he's bringing books to sell and to sign. And he said, he actually asked me to say this. If you have his books already, you don't have to buy books from him to have him sign them. He's like, just bring whatever book you have. I've had people bring books that are all dog-eared and all signed. Like, it's fine. So Amanda wants to know if I have to fill out a vendor for my potions and such. Amanda, you get special treatment. So no, you do not. You're actually already on the list. But if you have a different name that you want listed on the website, let me know, and we'll hook that up for you.
There is a permanent Amanda Willis.
There's a permanent Amanda Willis vendor booth space on the spreadsheet every time we make it.
Yeah. Them and you, Nicole, like this.
Yeah, well, Homestead Medical too, because he runs our medical booth for taking care of people.
Yep.
And so he's in the same place every time, and it's just like, yeah, I've got it. Evan actually filled out his vendor form this time. Thank you, Evan. And that's good because I get his words as his description, but he does not need to fill out the second form where he uploads his logo because I already have his logo.
Yeah,
So,
unless you've updated your logo or your headshot, then that's the only reason we'd need something new.
right, exactly.
Or if you don't mind me scouring the internet to find one of you, and at that point I will pick the most unflattering picture I can find because why not?
It's called Amanda's Desk. Well, she has the coolest like crystal collection and different stones. And then I was assuming that she would be spreading her potions. Hey, Amanda, are we allowed to call you the potion lady in our marketing? You know.
That would be awesome.
Yes. Or do you have a different thing you'd like us to call you?
Because I'm working on your promo this weekend to go out. So
100%.
Amanda.
Yeah, if you want to know who's making all the memes, it's like this way. That's who's doing it. She's awesome. And I appreciate the help. If I have an updated website, who should I send that to? Send it to Jen Bowman and just CC me. I mean, we can call you a witch, Amanda. I'd be happy to call you a witch, but I think that's coming from Mr. Amanda. Yeah. She's not sure she wants to be called that.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So
it'll work out.
Yeah, those memes have been great. We have some pretty interesting stories of people who have been to SRF and completely changed their lives. John says I'm a witch. I know. I know. Hopefully John doesn't get mad at me for calling him Mr. Amanda. Brandel calls me the witch doctor. I mean, we can call you the witch doctor if you want.
Whatever you want, that will be your title for this one.
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, we've had some awesome success stories, especially right after the last SRF.
Yeah.
When I put out the call for how's it going 2 weeks later. I see Kiri in here, and she had some awesome updates. I remember she was one of the highlights 1 week. So send us your success
send us
stories.
what's happened since then, because we heard about it. I actually have one that I'm hoping we can tell soon that you might already know about, Letty.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. So it's somebody who, through the connections at SRF, like not only did they start a business, but they had another opportunity come up, and it's really, really
it's awesome. Cool. You guys are gonna love it.
Okay, Letty, we can call her the witch, but no moles on her face.
That's fine. I don't like that kind of.
Not even like a beauty, like little beauty mark right there.
Like, yeah.
No, up here. Okay, so my grandma is was because she's passed, but she was an identical twin.
Oh. And
so you can imagine the hijinks of growing up with grandma and grandmother other, right? But they just leveraged their twinness the whole time they were growing up.
That's awesome.
And one of them had a mole and one did not. So the way you could tell them apart in their school was one had a mole, and it was like that beauty mole, like that classic one right there. And so one time my grandma drew the mole on. So people would, and then they would play pranks. They would like trade boyfriends, like all this other like crazy stuff, and try to trick people because their personalities were very different, but they were always trying to trick people. And everybody thought that was funny. Well, a month or two later, they figured out how to erase the mole on the other one with concealer. And people got angry about the erased mole because they were like, that's not playing fair. So
why not?
I don't know. It was the 30s and 40s.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, Amanda will not have any moles on her picture.
Moles,
it will
Amanda,
be okay.
or warts or weird noses.
I think we're gonna go like the potions cauldron witchy route with the promotions for that, because I've got some good ideas going on up here for that. So it'll be fun.
I think one of my most popular podcast episodes was when I talked about being witchy. It was like it was an October one, and I was like, why being a homesteader is witchy, because everybody was always accusing me of being witchy, and I'm like, well, drink this elderberry potion, you're getting sick. Of course I'm gonna do that. Potions
mean,
master.
my dad has always called me the witch, and I think that's because he wanted to call me something else when I was growing up, and he couldn't quite say that.
Mhm.
But I've embraced my witchiness because
Yeah.
it's fun, especially now. My favorite book is the Herbal Medicine Maker's Handbook. I mean, I've gotten so many great remedies out of it. So
All that goes well with her giant crystal ball. It does.
I love it.
We need a video of you doing this,
Yes.
Amanda.
Yeah.
I foresee you will love my session. Shooting straight.
I foresee you coming to SRF in April.
I foresee you getting your early bird stuff on time so you don't cost yourself extra money by waiting too long.
Or getting your VIP pass.
Yeah.
Oh, we got lots of, as long as I get that picture,
Yeah,
we can
you
have
could
some
do
fun
so
with it
much.
too.
Yeah. We need this. You need John to take one of you right now with your crystal
Especially if you
ball.
get the smoke and everything
Yeah.
going on
Well,
in
we
the
can
background.
add the smoke.
I can.
Yeah, we know how.
I figured out how to do that with some promos. So
Anyway, guys, we can't wait till Self-Reliance Festival. We're going to have Joel Riles there. We've got Angry American talking about prepping. I've got a beekeeper coming to talk about getting started with beekeeping and some of the common diseases and things you can work with that on that. I've got a knife guy coming to demonstrate how you do knives. We've got, of course, that cool kit from like the tiny home kits. We've got distilling for tinctures is going to be back. Jason will be there. I talked to him the other day. Just a lot of really cool sessions. And then, of course, we've got that herbalism track. We've got Nick Ferguson talking about how to add fodder systems into your home or homestead so that you're less reliant on the feed store. That's going to be a good one. Just and then, of course, huh?
Toolman Tim. Don't forget
Toolman
him.
Tim's coming to talk about failing. That ought to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Failure. And then we've
good.
also got we have a couple who you already know, the Allards, the Grumpy Acres folks. They're going to tell the story about how they leveraged they basically opted out of the system by moving to a homestead and set up. So they're going to tell you the story of how they did that. So folks who are aspiring to get homesteads can kind of hear how they went about that. So I think that's going to be an interesting. I mean, I think they'll all be interesting sessions, or they wouldn't have been booked. So
are they bringing all?
I think everything's interesting.
Are they bringing all the freeze dried food again?
They're bringing freeze dried food. They're cooking again. We have a call to decide who's cooking which meals. I'm pretty sure that Food Forest Farms is coming out to cook as well.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So we just need to we like to make sure all the meals are covered, and then sometimes there are several options for like Saturday night. That's important. So yeah,
it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be good.
Homestead Glamour says, I see Amanda buying an entire batch of sandalwood body butter. I'll tell you what, the body butters that Homestead Glamour makes are great. And when she first started making them, she was using coconut oil, I think, a lot. And she moved to these beef tallow ones. They just absorb straight into the skin. It is so like after I swim laps, it is the best thing to put on my skin from being in chlorine. It just takes care of everything. It's got comfrey in it, and they smell awesome.
Yeah, Two Chicks Homestead, they were making some comfrey salves, and I didn't get the old version, but when we had the meetup back in September, I picked up a couple salves from them, and Erin does it with the tallow, and it smells amazing.
Yeah.
And it works wonders. I love it.
Yeah, so tallow or lard absorbs into your skin better than the plant-based oils. So that's something I didn't know until about a year ago, and then I realized it. Oh, she says she's expanded.
Ooh, duck fat.
Duck fat, extra fancy. That's right. Well, I got a bunch of tallow off my cow, and I'm having it made into soap. I usually cook with it, but I'm having it made into soap this time because I want rosemary scented soap, which most people don't make.
No.
Yeah, but that's okay. And I want it tallow based because I was thinking that would make a really nice skin feel. So
Yeah, I rosemary and mint is one of my favorite blends.
Yeah.
And I can't find that in many places. So
Nope.
if you make that soap, I will buy some from you.
I'm not making it. No, I am not selling soap. I have made soap one time in my life, which means I know how to make soap. And I do not love making soap. I love buying soap from my friends. That's what I love doing. So
It works.
anyway. Okay, guys. Well, we've been on about a half hour. This is about
Yep.
how long these go, unless we're interviewing a speaker or something. We just wanted to kind of get the word out there. We can't wait to see you April 6th and 7th. Don't forget to get your early bird pricing at selfreliancefestival.com. And if you already have, don't forget to tell all of your friends about the sessions you're most excited about and encourage them to get their tickets. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.